Surf's up, guys, and welcome to the Hipster predictions of the champion stage. That's right, we're going against the grain here. We're going to be the one person with a diamond coin. The one person with a diamond coin. Because is it really fun to do that? To do this? To just be like, oh, yeah, I came up with that. Is that really fun? Is this really a fun way to go through your bracket by doing this, guys? No, it's not. It's not really that fun at all. Is it more about the achievement for you getting the diamond coin, or is it about standing out with a diamond coin? Because if everybody gets the diamond coin on this, are you going to display this in your matchmaking games? Are you going to put it up there next to your name as you're fragging out in a DM server that you got diamond at the PGL Stockholm one by putting Navi like everybody else? No, you're going to use another badge. You're going to use another pin that you were able to get over the years. Because who's excited about having the same thing everybody else has had? It's why the gray and blue skins are worth nothing in this game. Because everybody has them. You want to stand out. You want that Empress AK. You want that Dragon Lore Op. Even though the Dragon Lore Op is ugly as hell, it's just seriously ugly. It's just terrible design. It's hot because it's exclusive, right? And so, do you want to come into the rooftop club and actually pop bottles with the select few, the 1%, or are you going to be just like everybody else in the 99% of Navi fans out there, but not even fans, just predictors? Think for yourself. Be a free thinker, guys. You know? That's gotten a weird connotation over the years, I'll say that, like being a free thinker, being like Kyrie Irving or something like that, but you know what I mean, okay, right? Like, you know, it's just not fun. Like, what am I rooting for here? I'm rooting for everybody to get the same thing? No, like, you kind of want to, you want to win. You want to win. At the Pick'ems game, it's about winning. It's not even about just getting the coin. So, I'll go through this. You don't want to suck. You don't want to suck. So, let's be real, guys. Navi's winning against Vitality, right? Surely that is happening. Surely that's happening, because what's going to happen is Simple's going to play very well. And it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while for Bit and Perfecto to play at their studio or online levels, but they're still going to get it done. Vitality still have Kyojin. You know, this is a lock. Navi are beating them. I can't really see a way in which the Vitality gang is able to take down Navi. That would be kind of cool, though. I actually think from a narrative perspective that's pretty awesome if they are able to do it. Props to Apex if he does for telling ZywOo and calling him 5 times during the night, yo, ZywOo, make sure that you are, in fact, playing better because we're going to lose if you don't. So we're still going with Navi there. We're going with Gambit because Furia's run felt, even though it was pretty legit, Gambit's is just more legit. It's based off of 2021 of incredible results. Axile is finally finding a little bit of form on LAN after some nerves have been calmed. Hobbit has been playing well. Shiro, I mean, this guy literally, I don't even know. He's like a robot. He's like basically Jame, but hits a couple more shots. So that's Gambit for you. For this one, I think this is the biggest coin flip in the early quarterfinals, G2 versus NIP. There's kind of a reason to believe in both teams. G2 have been incredibly hot. They've been scorching hot in the Legend stage. They went 3-0. But NIP right now, they barely scrape by beating Copenhagen Flames. But you have to give them credit for getting it done. And the fact that LNZ, Linus, is performing very well. But that being said, this is all going to be an arena, remind you guys. And who has more arena experience? Well, it's easy to say that Device and Nico are pretty equal there. But after that, it's not as great for either team. Hunter and Nexa have a little bit from when they were on Crazy, I think, like some kind of DreamHack Open sort of stuff. For NIP, Hampus didn't really do a lot. But Rez was the MVP of a LAN before, and even though Rez kind of had a poor series against Copenhagen Flames in my eyes, I think that he should still feel a little bit more at home. That being said, Hampus has also said before that he doesn't get nervous, and he also kind of talks like a psychopath, to be honest. Just saying that he basically works in absolutes. I've noticed. He's just saying that Ancient, why would anyone not go B? Just go B, just go B. Like something's off when a person talks like that. But what I do know is anytime I've met a psychopath before, they don't get nervous. So that's why I'm going to put NIP there, because NIP have an in-game leader who I don't know if he has emotions or any kind of emotional capacity. I think this guy probably in a relationship is the most emotionally unavailable boyfriend you could ask for. And, you know, if you're a gigalogical girlfriend, that might work, but I think for most people it won't. So NIP, they're going to move forward, unlike Hampus's dating career. So we got then Heroic and VP coming up next. And this is a weird one, because Heroic on paper are favored. But again, I'm going to kind of cite LAN experience, and I'm going to cite the fact that VP, this 4-man core, made it here last time. They made it... Oh, they didn't make it there, actually. They made it here. They made it to the semifinals. No, wait. They did make it to the grand finals. It's that they made it to the grand finals, and they lost. So that's why I'm actually picking VP. I also think that VP, because they have such a rock-solid core of 4 people, or... I'm sorry, it's actually not 4 anymore because Sanji's out. So it's actually 3 of them. It's a 3-man core. And so that is Buster, Kickert, and Jame on a Vanguard. They've obviously taken out Adren. They put in Yakinder, who is, I think, top 5 most exciting player in all of CSGO right now. I think you put him up there in terms of excitement levels with Simple, with Nico, and with Zywoo. And yes, I'm purposely leaving Device out because everybody knows that guy is not that exciting to watch. So I think Yakinder's up there. Probably Art would be up there on Furia. He's definitely near that. I mean, there's a couple others who I will fail to mention right now. But I'm going to put VP. And this is because VP are simply good at playing their own style. And they are very good at making everybody else feel incredibly uncomfortable. So like their form right now looks pretty good, that they can fight from any deficit, and when they have a lead, yeah, they can kind of, you know, give it up here and there, but they close it out. The only team, I have been saying this from the beginning, really, the only team VP chokes to is Gambit. It's been kind of in this team's DNA for the last actually year and a half, that the only team they can really throw games against consistently is Gambit. A couple random fluky losses to other teams, of course, and sometimes they just outright lose to a team, but the only throws that they make are to one team in this bracket. Because this is the hipster bracket, guys, the hipster champion stage, we're going to get on our glasses, we're going to look at it, and we're going to say Navi versus Gambit. This is where you can be different. This is where you can get on your fixed gear bicycle. You can, you know, twirl your handlebar mustache. You can walk through Williamsburg, New York, with your chest puffed out high because you pick Gambit. That's right. The only team that has beaten Navi with a winning record over the last year has been Gambit, guys. Back in July, Gambit had a 4-1 record versus Navi. They just beat them in the RMR. And sure, the RMR Grand Finals didn't really mean a lot. So Navi didn't really try that hard. But sometimes the reason people don't try very hard is because they're scared that if they give it their all, they will fail. And you know what? That's what I sensed from Navi when they didn't give it their all, when they didn't try. They sensed a fear in themselves that if they did put out their 100%, they could lose. Gambit are taking down Navi. That leaves us to the other quarterfinal matchup. And this one is also very much so a coin flip in my eyes. I had both... VP was kind of my overall... Like, I'm a VP homer, and I don't want to let that judgment bias me too much in this matchup, because I predicted from the get-go that NIP was going to be a top 4 team. I said this maybe a month before the major started, that NIP is shaping up to be a top 4 team, that Device is finding some form, and then they went on that RMR run around the time I was saying this, and so I think that NIP are better than VP right now. I think that VP simply have a couple... Jame is just not playing that well. there's going to be the device difference, and device, like, when you have a very consistent opper who is mobile, who is going to find different types of fights, that's Yakinder's worst nightmare. And we've seen how VP plays when they lose Yakinder. Yakinder has to have above a 1.1 rating in a series for VP to really have a chance in that series. And that's where I think device is just simply one of the best counters to aggressive solo riflers. And so beyond that, I actually think that VP probably has some stronger pieces. I think if you go matchup for matchup, you get Hampus, so you're thinking another aggressive rifler. You could put Kickert or Buster in that kind of mindset. And so, or it's pretty much actually Hampus for Yakinder, Yakinder wins. Buster for, I guess you have to put him for LNZ right now, maybe. Buster for LNZ, Buster wins. Flit for maybe not Plopsky, maybe Rez. No, I don't really know who matches up 1-to-1 with him actually right now. But either way, if we go rifler for rifler, we get Buster, we get Rez wins. If we get Kickert and Plopsky, Kickert wins. If we get LNZ versus Flit wins. Jame versus Device wins by a large margin. So, all in all, that makes me think that VP should win this, but I think that NIP are a little bit more on top of the meta right now. I think they're using the grenade drops very well. If you watch back their demos, you will see this. And so I'm going to be putting NIP. I'm just going to be putting NIP. And then we've got Gambit versus NIP finals. Who would have saw this coming? We got Device. He was waiting for Simple in this grand finals. Device trying to punch his ticket for the GOAT status, but you know who's actually the two-time major winner? It's Hobbit, baby. Gambit running it back. This was my original favorite team when I got into CSGO. Really, Zeus put them on the map with his departure from Navi, actually his kick from Navi, and the fact that he was able to secure Gambit a championship. But Gambit, they have been on an absolute tear in 2021. They have looked like the best team on the planet for stretches, and I think by the time it gets to the grand finals, the nerves will calm just enough that players like Axile and Nafany can step up, along with Shiro, who you know is going to be rock solid, because I don't know if that... I mean, he has emotions, but he actually watches a lot of anime. And if you know anything about anime, it's that the hero powers up for the grand finals. So this is it. The Hipster Champions bracket, guys. So be sure to like, comment, tell me I'm an idiot. Come back after this is all over and tell me to my face that how did you not put Navi? Because I didn't really care about getting a diamond coin that much. I wanted to be right. I mean, you know, I could be right by getting Navi, but I also wanted to be right in my own way, a free thinker, like Kyrie Irving. Just kidding. That's not a dog whistling or anything like that, guys. I'm vaccinated. Okay, basically that's all I'm trying to say. I'm vaccinated, and I'm happy that I'm vaccinated too. So, but maybe the vaccine is what made me put Gambit. Oh yes, indeed. As always, being toxic is a choice.